Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to We Care Services for Children's first ever Facebook Live story time. Woo! We're so excited to have you guys here today. Teacher Sierra will be reading Pete the Cat and his 4 Groovy Buttons, and Teacher Jessy will be reading Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Thank you.
Hi friends, Teacher Sierra here, and I'm going to be reading Pete the Cat and his 4 Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Can you guys see on the couch right here? I have a shirt just like Pete the Cat has with 1, 2, 3, 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. Ready? Pop! And there it goes. How many buttons are left? I wonder. We had 4 buttons and we took one away. Can you guys count with me? We have 1, 2, and 3. Pete has 3 groovy buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. 'Cause buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. Ready? We're gonna pop, pop, and there it goes. How many buttons are left? Pete had 3 buttons and we took one away. Can you guys count with me? We have 1 and 2. Pete has 2 groovy buttons. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. Ready? Pop! And there it goes. How many buttons are left? We had 2 buttons and we took one away. Now we only have 1 button. Pete has 1 groovy button. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons will come and buttons will go. He kept on smiling and singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. Ready? Here's our last button. Pop! And there it goes. How many buttons are left? Can you guys see how many buttons? There are 0 buttons. All the buttons popped off of Pete's shirt. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no, because buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? All the buttons came off his shirt, and he looks down. What do you guys think he saw? Let's find out. He saw his belly button, and he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Thank you for reading with me, my friends. I had so much fun.
Hi friends, I'm teacher Jessie and I'm here to read you Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. But oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color do you think it turned his shoes? He stepped in a pile of strawberries. I wonder what color they'll be. Let's see. They're red. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my red shoes. 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 But oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. Now I wonder what color it turned his shoes. First they were white, then they were red, and now they're blue. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my blue shoes. 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 Let's see. But oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of mud. What color did it turn his shoes now? Let's see. I wonder what color. Now his shoes are brown. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my brown shoes. 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 But oh no! Pete stepped in a bucket of water. And all the brown and all the blue and all the red were washed away. What color were his shoes again? If we washed away all the brown, all the blue, and all the red, what color does that leave? White. But now his shoes were wet. But did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my wet shoes. 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 And the moral of Pete's story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song because it's all good. The end. Thank you so much for reading with me, friends. I hope you enjoyed my book. Bye-bye.
Woo!
Thank you so much for listening to our story time, friends. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll join us on our next Facebook Live. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.